this is the stuff that I go through with a person that used to stay in my home. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to hear how he tried to wish death on people and thinking and falsely accuse me for putting witchcraft on me, which I don't know nothing about. I don't know any of that stuff. I don't know nothing about spells. This dude obviously do. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to hear this because I minds my business over here on our channel over here. If anything, I try to stay away from all of this. You know what I mean? So here you go. I ain't gonna play all of it, but this guy right here.
And I agree with it. For real. Exactly. You want to be wicked? Fuck you, your family, and your ancestors. And fuck your ancestors as well. Because everybody ancestors ain't good. Fuck them too. Fuck your bloodline, ancestors, your offspring, all of it. Yeah. Fuck your ancestors as well. Yeah. Because your ancestors are wicked. Fuck them too. I don't respect your ancestors if you've been wicked doing that shit. That's right. I don't care. It ain't no empathy. You feel me? Deputize, that's for them. They did that to try to destroy us, and we pose that sympathy for them? Hell no. I had no sympathy for none of them people that was a part of that shit. Humiliation ritual that tried to destroy me. None of them. None of them. None of them. That's right. None of them. None of them. Because see, once you start going through your rebirth, yo, because don't you know, what up, D-Locket, don't you know the minute you start to go through a rebirth, once you cut them off and you start to go through your rebirth, reason why they go crazy because the curse starts to trigger their demons. That's right, Obadiah Paisley. No empathy, no sympathy. Ain't no man pimping me. Your thoughts exempt from me. Rap of the century come through with an infantry. Okay, Obadiah Paisley. Look, my man bars. Okay, I like that. Write that down. Obadiah Paisley. Good.
Let's go. Let's go ahead back to this.
That's right, Ron J. It be like that. Look at that scene in the movie Sicario 2 when that hitman went to go kill that cartel man. Let me tell you, that shit was woo mean, and I agree with it.
This is what I gotta go through. This type of person right here.
For real. You want to be wicked? Fuck you, your family, and your ancestors, and fuck your ancestors as well. Because everybody ancestors ain't good. Fuck them too. Fuck your bloodline, your ancestors, your offspring, all of it. Yeah. Fuck your ancestors as well. Because your ancestors are wicked. Fuck them too. I don't respect your ancestors if you've been wicked doing that shit. That's right. I don't care. It ain't no empathy. You feel me, Deputize? That's right. It ain't no empathy for them.
You hear that?
They did that to try to destroy. Hell
So,
no. I had no sympathy.
That's what I wanted y'all to hear.
None of them people that was a part of that shit. Humiliation ritual that tried to destroy me.
I want to tell you like this. I don't know this guy. I know him, but I don't know how this guy's going to say all of this negative stuff about yours truly. I don't deal with that. That's 4 or 5 years, and you talk about my bloodline, you talk about my family, and you try to say I put you through a humiliation ritual, which I never did. You were homeless. I gave you a place to stay. Everybody know that. You stayed with me, honestly, like 3 to 4 years, bro. Me and my family during that time, we welcomed you in. My grandmother, who's alive still to this day, welcomed you in her home during that Thanksgiving where you ate and you came in her house disrespectful, ate her food, and asked everybody who's winning the game. You didn't even introduce yourself or give me a chance to introduce you to my family. You also had the audacity to mention my aunts that passed away, and then you mentioned my cousin who they found um, unalive in his car. Both my aunts did not pass away the same year. You're putting out false information about me, and I'm over here on this channel of ours minding my business. You constantly send your people over here on this channel hounding and copying. You also send your people over here on this channel to see what I'm talking about. I don't have time for this. You try to wish death on my children, dog. Like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What kind of man or being does that? So I'm gonna tell you this. Far as your girl Deborah Ticey, all of them, y'all keep your asses over there. Stop sending your little blindsided cronies over here and let me do what I came here to do for our channel and mind our business. Because clearly, I know what kind of being you are. I know what kind of entity you are. And your people over there. All your people that follow you, I know where y'all all come from. I do. And y'all come from the lowest frequencies of the planet Earth itself. And many of you have got kicked out of the great mother's daggone realm and got sent in this realm, and y'all don't give her no homage or nothing. I remember who you are, dog. I know who you are. I showed pictures of what you look like in the spirit realm, and people thought I was making this stuff up. The weather changing and all that stuff, you stole that from yours truly. The whole star seed information that you don't know, that you claim you know about, you got that from over here. The Nasara Jasara, you got that from my godfather, you got it from Tiffany and many others. I just wish that people really wake up and realize that you are like a lot of those people in that so-called black conscious community. A lot of y'all are fraudulent and frauds. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with you. And I really hope people finally realize that you are fraud and a fake and a phony. And I really hope that people really see who you really are, because you wishing death on people's bloodline and children and don't care. That shows anybody that have any soul that you have no soul at all. It shows that you are nothing more than a demon itself. That's what it shows. And that's why I tell a lot of people on this channel of ours, there was a saying that be careful who you lie down with. And that's the truth. Because you will create a child that came from the lower regions of the lower realms that will incarnate in this realm and do the stuff that you do and stuff that you say. Because you have no soul at all. I showed people the room that you stayed in, and you're constantly trying to put stuff on me and my family, and it's not going to work. You need to stop trying to attack people's children and start looking at yourself. Because what you don't realize, when you attack children, you're attacking children that are really closely connected to the spirit realm. You don't know what you're doing. You're playing with fire. You're playing with fire. And then you said, fuck my ancestors, right? You need to chill with that too.
Oh yeah, Dad.
Yes.
The TV needs the Wi-Fi password. The Wi-Fi turned off the TV.
Okay, I'll get to it. So you doing all of this, and I've been over here on this channel of ours minding my business, and I talk to people outside of this channel of ours that know me personally and know I don't get down like that. They know, they hear my children in the background, and they know how my children are. For you to attack anybody's child, that shows me that you are a demon in disguise. That shows me that that shows me that you are nothing more than an incarnated demon, not an angel. And that shows me that you are really out of line and out of character. And for any of your daggone cronies that listen to you and actually are cheering for that, that tell me that they fallen angels too. Period. That shows me and tell me that all y'all are fallen angels in human flesh. That's why be careful who they lie down with, because dealing with the vibrational tones on what people be doing and what they be taking in and what they have in their system, it says a lot about what's going on in this world today. And you had the audacity to also say on that same live that that hope that we all die when that's exactly. Hey, a Smurf 16, 17, you saw my children, bro. You see me in person, bro. This dude talked about my children in that live, bro. Saying I hope all your whole bloodline gone and everything. Like, who does that? A demon does that. A demon does that. And many people, like 8,000 subscribers, watch this person. Y'all, this is what y'all watch. A fallen angel. A fallen angel with a dirty ass cap on. Yeah. I was calming down. Trust me, I'm calming down. I just want people to know this is what the person is. I want everybody to know that's what it do. So I'm cool. I want everybody to know that's what he does. But I'm here to let everybody know on his live, this person did that. And I don't understand. You understand what I mean? So what I'm going to do is build up this channel with y'all and do what I came here to do with y'all. Okay? Peace. I'm going to do what I came here to do on this channel with y'all and build this channel up. And I'm going to also build a channel with the brothers that's actually present. Because Brother Noof already contacted me Friday. And he said it's time. He said after this hiatus that I'm on, it's time for us to all come together. And it's going to happen. One thing you don't do is threaten a man's family and also his whole entire blood and his whole entire kinfolk. You don't do that. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And I come on here, I don't badmouth this dude. I don't like how he's treating people when it come down to the consciousness. I don't like how he's dibble dabbing in everybody's stuff and then trying to make reason or logic, and it's not making any sense. You don't wish death on nobody, because when you do that, it will come back and bite you in the ass. And you said F my dad going ancestors? Do you know who the ancestors really are? I'm going to say well, it was recorded, but I stopped it at a certain so y'all can hear him really talk about my family and everything and everybody else, right? Let me show y'all something. Ancestors really are. Let me tell y'all something before anything. People got this whole thing misconstrued. Yes, it was me that used to be on this channel. It was me that used to be on this channel, and honestly, I'm gonna be 100 with you. His channel would never has been popular like it was back then if it wasn't for yours truly and the person came on there. Those that used to be on his channel, a lot of the old subscribers come over here because they realize he got a lot of screws loose now. They realizing that dudes walk around with dirty caps, with dirty glops of dirt under his cap, and people realizing something's wrong with him, and he's wishing death on people's children, which is and people's bloodline, all because, and I'm gonna tell you what it was, all because by me and him beefing through the years, I gave him an email and said to him, and I quote, that his mom should have swallowed him. That's what I said. So he felt some kind of way about that. But this came from years of him attacking me, and I'm minding my business and wishing death on my family. Then he's talking about my family members that passed away. So what I'm going to do is build this channel up along with the brothers that we have a channel that was already made, and I'm going to just go ahead and nip this in the bud. But I guarantee you, there's going to come a time. There's going to come a time that everybody's going to see the falsehood in this character. And they're going to realize this person has a mental disorder. They're going to realize this guy is really crazy. I want to say it was one of his subscribers that reached out to me today when I was talking to a lady that I look as another mother. And it's crazy how people came at me today. He's not the only person. And she's seeing that I'm not doing nothing. She talks to me all the time along with a few others. And I was like, yo, I'm over here minding my business. And I'm always getting, you know what I'm saying? I think it's funny because a person must be doing something right in order to have people just come at them like that. That person light gotta be bright and they just don't know it. Cause I tell everybody, I don't know. I walk into a room and people just gravitate. That's what I do. I mind my business. I go around this city that I'm in, Baltimore City. I can walk around and start talking to people about consciousness, or I hear them talk. I see something they doing as conscious. I just give them a little snippet of information. I keep it moving. So I'm realizing when your light is brighter than others, they will attack you. But I'm letting everybody know, please stay away from people like that. I wanted y'all to see the stuff that I've been going through for the last couple years. That's the stuff I go through, and I come on this channel, and I've been ignoring him, but I don't like how he's doing the people that's following him because he's leading them down the wrong path. And this person let it be known they don't care if they can save people or not. They're not here to save nobody. If you're not woke, you're not woke. But what they don't realize is that if certain people that's not awakened that need to wake up because they got something to bring to the planet. Everybody that has been asleep have something to bring to the planet. You have to realize this is a collective consciousness. Certain people don't wake up at the same time. And it's time for people to really wake up. Because what time we're living in a time where people are losing food, everything. And we got people like that show that they don't care. I'm telling you, I built this channel for us. And this is not my channel. I keep on telling everybody this is our channel. Those that subscribe, this is our channel. I'm willing to just move on from that, but I want y'all to see the stuff that goes on. The stuff that really goes on. This person is not wrapped too tight. And this is the thanks that somebody get when that person was homeless. And my children called this guy uncle at one point in time. And you wish death on my children, my bloodline. Then you try to wish death on my whole entire family and said you don't care. And all the stuff he's talking about is old information that when I was on his old channel, and he's just regurgitating the stuff. And everybody need to know it was me that was behind the scenes that was coming up with them when I was. And honestly, the reason why the whole conscious community was watching us, because that channel during that time was a real conscious channel. So I'm not giving this person energy, and I'm calm, but I want people to know in a firm voice, this is what goes on when you do good for people and they're ungrateful and they take life for granted. They don't count their blessings. They keep on trying to figure out how can they use people. I never wish death on that person. I know how powerful my tongue is. I know Babalao's high priest in Ifa that told me how powerful my tongue is. That's why I don't say nothing negative towards nobody. Because the stuff that I say will manifest. And I'm not just saying it. So this is why I made this channel literally for us to really learn about consciousness and learn from one another. And at the same time, have another channel built with my beloved brothers, my real beloved brothers, to really teach consciousness as a collective. And am I getting, I'm hurt by that because, for one, you mentioned children, not just any, mine. Two, all because I said to you that your mother should have swallowed you instead of giving birth to you. But I had my reasons. You were attacking my family for the last years or so, and I've been quiet all this time. I already exposed your whole album and let it be known that everything that you have on your album, all them songs are stolen production from other people. And you got people paying for it from your daggone email. I mean, your website. They're buying your album off your website that you did not create. You having people paying for your album. And I told some of the subscribers from this channel, I said, yo, he's going to use his subscribers for that album because he's going to use the fan base to put money in his pocket. He will not give back to the community. He do not give a damn about who you are. It's about him. Y'all need to realize this guy stayed with me. And I told him, well, what about the people? Like, they need to know real consciousness. And he really said out of his mouth, I don't care about the people. I don't care about my fan base. He said that out of his mouth. Listen, he stayed here with me, beloveds, and I'm not making this stuff up. But this is the type of people we have in this so-called black conscious community. A lot of them. And the sad part is all our people really want out of this is to know who they really are. Because they're tired of being called Negro, black, colored. They're getting tired of being attacked. They're getting tired of being looked upon as low as nothing, 2/3 of a man in the Constitution or whatever they call it. They're getting tired of that. Our people deserve a right to know who they are. Everybody else do. Everybody stole our science. They stole our science and then demonized it. Listen, this type of person called E5 witchcraft, then turned around and gave Allegua an offering. This is the type of people we're dealing with. I'm not a priest yet. I'm not a witch at all. I'm not a warlock, none of that. But this is what we go through, because the stuff that I get downloads from the universe, from the cosmic mother herself. I kid you not. A lot of stuff that I get comes from the real downloads. I kid you not. I give you book references, everybody on our channel. I even show videos, including me, because I follow my own words and my own advice. It's focusing on uplifting ourselves and building a platform where it's for us. This is not just my channel. This is y'all channel. Period. And we cannot have nobody like him infiltrate this channel and bring his cronies on here and copy off of what we say over here, because this channel should be free of dialogue and us learning together and building together and building platforms and building eventually our own media. Our own media where we can be ourselves. And people can welcome us because we're being ourselves and not judge us because we're being ourselves. You have a divine right to be yourself. Peace, how you doing, real Reno? You have a divine right to be yourself. Nobody should not judge you. Just be you, and you'll get accepted. Everybody on here is different. Everybody on here have their own life path and their own journey. But if we can experience it together, we're going to be fine. We need to stay away from people like that is actually possessed by their lower self and walking around like they are chosen. They're not chosen, because honestly, if they were really chosen, they would not wish death on nobody's children or bloodline. Keep that in mind, y'all. What we need to focus on also is what's happening on this planet, and especially in this country. There's a reason why things are going on with the snap, everything. Now, I did a live, I think yesterday, real quick, and I told somebody, I told brothers and sisters on here, I said, listen, yes, for real, beloved. Listen, what they're doing, they're going to switch everything into crypto. I asked my AI last night before Mother Shelley called me, or I called her, I can't remember. And I asked my AI, are they talking about moving and putting forth the digital ID? And my AI said, yes, there have been talks about the digital ID. And I'm like, wow. And I asked what particular country have the digital ID. And she said, because I gave my AI a female voice, and she said out her mouth, she said, over in Britain, they're already practicing the real ID. And I asked, I said, does the real ID have your medical information, your banking information? She said, it depends. It could actually have it on there. They have it up in the air. How they going to do it here? But over there, it depends. This is the type of stuff we're on now, y'all. I talked to Mother Shelley off on early on the phone, and man was talking about Tiamat and how this planet itself is Tiamat, a form of Tiamat. Yes, they got that going on in London right now, the real ID. They actually have it going on. They've been talking about, they also they're using it and everything. And welcome from London. I appreciate you. You welcome to this channel whenever you want to, you want to subscribe, go ahead. We are real cool over here. We laid back over here. We laugh. We very informative and all of that. A lot of the mods, they all cool, laid back. We just don't do disrespectful stuff. We don't have time for that. But I gotta find a picture that I told Mother Shelley and some, I think some of the other brothers and sisters, that there's a hospital here in Baltimore. I used to work there. They had the RFID chip scanner there. Y'all heard what I said? They have the RFID scanner chip device there. Listen, I know I'm probably buffering, but peep this. I asked my AI, I said, does all of the finances that's coming up and accumulating, is that the home base, is that located in Switzerland? And it said yes. Listen, there's a lot of stuff I want to say on here, but I can't say. And I'm telling y'all, all we got to do now is focus on us. And I'm going to be here with y'all through thick and thin. This channel is ours. We already have a Rumble that's already created. Some of the brothers are already on here. We already have I'm working on getting a Twitch channel. And I'm going to learn how to align everything with the lives on all platforms. I'm going to work on figuring out how to get all that done. And then we're going to create a Telegram channel. So I'm telling y'all, we have to build our own network, our own media. I'm telling y'all, it sounds crazy. Eventually, shit is going to hit the fan because they're trying to make everything digital. I played the video early on who Trump really is and who is Elon Musk. Shout out to Dr. Samuel B. Lee, MD. Y'all, happen. You have to make a choice now. Be authentic and original spiritually, or go into the AI and get yourself digitized and go through that whole thing where they're going to make human beings into like cyborgs and shit like that. They already did that with the daggone COVID vax, that your DNA turned into RNA. 6G towers. They're building 6G towers right now. Which you have to question, how many dimensions is it? It's altogether 12. You got too many people that's saying one thing and another, but they're not really talking about things the whole time. You're already in a cashless society. That's what they're trying to make it, a cashless society. You're already in a cashless society. When you have your bank and you have your debit card, that little microchip, they have all your bank information, how much you have in your account, and you use that to put into the machine, or you can put it on top of it and it automatically scan. You're already living in a cashless society right now. They're going to make it even more cashless. But that y'all saw, I had to deal with that. That's the type of stuff I have to deal with. And this information He's not talking about. Did y'all even know that Tiamat is on a rampage? Me and Mother Shelley was talking that over in the West Coast, it was 300 earthquakes that took place already. 300 earthquakes that took place in California. Not in the West Coast. I don't want to say California, but in the West Coast already. 300 earthquakes. Earthquakes already happened in the West Coast. And there's a lot of volcanic activity going on, y'all. There's a lot of volcanic activity going on too. And I'm telling y'all, if your heart is not in the right place, because I told y'all in the beginning, this is dealing with the heart chakras. The heart, if your heart not in the right place, you more than likely will be a part of that parasitic energy. This is serious. And from what me and Mother Shirley was talking about, this is going to be some real stuff that you will see in movies. This happened 85,000 years ago. There is stuff that we have to really know that we got to vibrate, not just at a high vibration, but we got to start doing the real shadow work. We got to do the real shadow work. We cannot let these energies, we cannot let these people do what they're doing, because I'm telling you, it's going to be sink or swim is coming. Sink or swim is coming. You got too many low vibrational beings on YouTube now that can come with so much charisma and say certain truths. Notice say certain. And then turn around and do a whole 180 on you. I've been the same person outside of YouTube. The brother Smur 16, 17, he met me in person. I'm the same person. Same person outside of it. Met my children and everything. My children are well behaved. I'm looking at them like, yo, like, this is how I am. He like, yo, you really are like that. Like, yeah. I'm chill laid back, y'all. This channel is really for us. This brother, he's going to be on one of the channels that's being created right now. We don't have nothing to lie about. Hey, Smur, Noof said, I think I said it already. He said that it's that time. He said, after I get out this hiatus, it's that time to come do what we gotta do now. Same thing with Pisces the King. We gotta do what we gotta do now. So we're gonna go ahead and do what we gotta do. So I'm gonna give it like a month or two, no more than 90 days at least. That's the max. Okay. If y'all ready, y'all let me know. When y'all ready, y'all let me know. Hey, Smur, I gotta call you after this. I don't want to say all this on the airways. I'm gonna call you after this. Yeah, it's like, yo, it's crazy because this dude and many others are doing this to us. Do you know who y'all really are on this channel? Many of y'all are the got there going outcasting your family and shit. Many of you, they talk bad about you, but then they need your help. You've been the outcast of your whole damn family the whole time. I made this channel for us, the ones that's the underdogs, the ones that they have that's the voice of the voiceless, really. That be seeing shit. That's why I keep on saying this is not my channel, this is ours. But I mainly give it to y'all because that's what you are all the subscribers. Listen, what they got in store right now, they're gonna make society even more cashless. Because they want to keep track on what you pay for. They really want to see if you're buying material to wake up. They want to see how knowledgeable you really are too when you start buying it. So they got to keep an extra eye on you to see if you're going to be a person that's going to be a revolutionary. Let me tell you, I told y'all that whole Nasara thing is not going to happen right away. It's things that has to take place first. If y'all don't believe me, y'all better keep an eye on that daggone weather. Y'all better keep an eye on the West Coast, the East Coast. Hey, over there in London, beloved, I can't pronounce it. Is that Carl X? I can't pronounce your name. Excuse me if I messed up your name. Over there in Britain or London, how's the weather over there? Keep your eye on the weather over there. I'm telling y'all, don't be surprised that one day Britain or London get an earthquake. Don't be surprised. Because I've been saying on this channel of ours, it's going to be earthquakes, tornadoes, and stuff happening in places where you never thought it would happen. Because Tiamat is waking up. Those that don't know who Tiamat is, me and Mother Shirley did the research. Tiamat is another name for Leviathan. And we are connected to that particular energy because of the Kundalini energy. The Kundalini energy is connected to the X chromosome. That's only found in so-called melanated women, black women, and so-called black American women, and so-called women that's in West Africa or El Kabulon. This stuff is actually real. My phone is like probably at 10%. Hopefully they won't mess up the daggone chat. Carly. Your friend from Jamaica? You have that DNA. You have that DNA. The Mondrian, you have it. Because listen, those in the Caribbean is connected to the Americas. Those in the Caribbean are connected to the Americas because you have what they call Arawak DNA. The Arawak DNA. The Arawak DNA is the indigenous DNA that the people that was already over in that country. Also, you gotta think about this. This was one big old landmass at one point in time, Pangea. Those in West Africa are actually indigenous to this land. Those in Nigeria and all that, they're actually indigenous to. This is stuff that we need to know. Listen, I got a question. Your name is Carly. I don't want to be disrespectful. Are you male or female? I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to be funny because I got something to share with you by you being from the islands. So I'll wait for your reply. Okay, check this out. Your bloodline, along with the so-called black women over here in this country and over in West Africa. Notice that West Africa. I ain't saying all. I'm saying West Africa. Okay, because the sister broke this down. That mitochondrial DNA, which is the Kundalini energy, is directly connected to Tiamat herself, who they call Leviathan. If you take the word, if you take THAN off, you have Levi. Levi was a part of the priesthood of what? The 12 tribes of Israel. This is something they're not telling nobody also. That sacred priesthood priesthood is practiced, but it's forbidden in Jamaica. In Nigeria, they call it Ifa. In Jamaica, they call it Obia. Obia. They forbid y'all practicing it over there because that's going to also open up the doorways of channeling the energies of Tiamat herself. They don't want you to wake up because if you wake up, all you so-called melanated women, when y'all wake the fuck up, don't you know you're going to be able to give your men the power that they need, the energy that they need to wake the whole fucking planet up? Because you got Becky on your goddamn throne. And she want your men to procreate with because they are actually in survival mode. This is not nothing dealing with. Listen, yes, that's why the hurricane, yes, they know what's up. Y'all have the power to control the weather with the Kundalini, just like Oya, who they call Storm off of X-Men. That's connected to the Kundalini. The serpentine energy that's connected to Tiamat herself, aka Leviathan, also known as Typhoon. I told Mother Shelley today, when that brother Isaiah and that dude B Mouse tried to shut me up, I sat down and she came to me and said to me out her goddamn mouth, telepathically, she said, listen, they think they shut you up, but I have more children that's going to start talking. And you got Rod Hayes, all of them saying the same goddamn thing I'm saying. And that's the truth. They don't realize what's about to take place. Listen, the whole Caribbean, this is your land. This is your land. All the brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, this is your land. Y'all are Arawak. Y'all are indigenous. Why do y'all think in Carnival y'all wear the damn feathers? We wore that over here. They've been brainwashing our people, colonizing our people from here to the Caribbean, all the way to West Africa, to India, to London, because the real people that own London look like us. Why do you think the so-called black Brits came on the scene? All this is the revelation time for us to wake the fuck up and we'll realize that we've been caught up in bullshit. And you got people like that fool who I showed you a video of and want to talk about themselves all the time. It's way beyond. Listen, this is way above that person's spiritual growth or grade. I'm telling y'all, I don't debate nobody. I have no time for that. Been there, done that. But when it come down to this bloodline, our people, who we are, don't you know, if we all have the same connection and the same ancestors, if we all have that same ancestral practice, and we all are Arawak and so on, you just now heard this person literally say, fuck all your ancestors. This is the type of energy we have amongst our people. So we need to wake up and realize what time it is. You got people like that. You got people not just like that person, but all across YouTube doing this. And then they try to say the FBA trying to split it. Listen, anything that has black in it by law means death. Hey, Smart, I thought so too. This is the type of shit I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen, fallen entities exist in human flesh. Like Carly said, she knew something was off when she knew something was off with the dude. And he's not the only one. There's a lot of them on these YouTube streets. You got to catch them. Listen to key words. Start questioning these people. This is not a joke. Me and Mother Shelley was talking today, and we was learning a whole lot. Listen, man. I was on somebody's channel today on TikTok, and the sister literally said, I looked on her profile, but she had a lot, and she was showing that we are Muslim, MOSLEM. She's showing all of this, like literally showing all this. Okay, we Muslims, yeah, I'm with that. Showing all the icons of us being across the planet. Okay, yeah, I'm with that, right? And I put down Islam equals I self law and master. I put that in the chat. No response. I'm like, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't realize when I looked at her profile, she said, I am Nintersog. You're Nintersog. And she mentioned the Anunnaki. Now, I come from studying Dr. York teachings and everything. And I studied a little bit about the Anunnaki and certain people who's who. Dr. Malachi York came and said that he is Murdoch, But here's the kicker. Murdoch, they said that was the one that turned Tiamat into the solar system and to this planet. Documented facts. Don't look it up. Don't believe me. Look it up. So you're Nintasog, you say. That is also abbreviation for another name for Nintasog, which is Mother Ninti. But here's the kicker. The name Mother Ninti means Mother Nature. Oh, well, it gets even more interesting here. We're Muslim, right? Those that study the more science teachings, we greet each other by saying Islam. You said we're Muslims. You also mentioned how Benjamin Banneker last name was Bay. Okay, that's true. So your little big brother posted up Islam and she started going off on me, y'all. We don't do no Islam. You can take that somewhere. Us black. Like us black. No, we black over here. There's no Islam over here. Y'all infiltrators. What? Damn. So I told Mother Shelley, I said, she need to still learn. I was pissed because she went off on me. I'm like, damn, I'm letting everybody know who she is, incarnated as. Because Ninti, I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about Ninti. Ninti is the sister of Enki. Okay, I want y'all to follow this. Ninti Enki is the brother of Ninti or Nintasag, right? I want y'all to hear this. This is the story. I'm just giving y'all a little briefing of the Anunnaki story, some of it. Enki or Anki is the brother of Nintursag or Nintursag. Everybody call her Ninti for short. Enki and Ninti helped create the human race. Okay? They also used to help create the human race dolphins. Dolphins are mammals. So they used the creation and put it inside of the dolphin and put into Mars. This is the story. To help create their first humanoid. The humanoids that they have created look like us. From what they say. Or it gets even interesting. So, Enlil, because I want to show y'all, let's go back to Enki real quick. That's what they said. Hey, don't laugh at me. That's what Dr. York said. Don't laugh at me. I'm just sharing information with what they're saying. You better go ahead and battle the Nuwapians over there and see what happens. I'm just saying that's the story. How they got. Just listen to the story. Here's the kicker though. The name En in the beginning of Enki or Enkai. Listen to the name. En equals Lord. So therefore, Enki means Lord of Earth. Follow me on this. Here's the kicker. They said that Enki was part reptilian. And they said also he was in the water. Here's another kicker. Enki is equivalent to that of Neptune, the Lord of the sea or the God of the sea. I'm just trying to get y'all to follow me on this.
I know.
My daughter says she knows.
I know who that is.
Hold on. Wait. I want y'all to see this now, right? So that's what they said. They put them on Mars. That's what they said. All that, but then Enki, that's his breakdown. And then you have Enlil means Lord of the sky. So that's where you get your whole sky daddy from. Yeah, thank you. You got the Triton up there. Okay, you follow me, right? Enlil means Lord of the sky. That's where y'all get the Sky Daddy from in Christianity. Just putting it out there, not being disrespectful. Now, when Nintasog and Inky went to where they created the human race or whatever, because they used what they said spaceships and all. That's what they said. They brought the final creation down here because y'all remember that Anunnaki was on Earth to gather gold because their home was being pretty much dismantled. I'm just paraphrasing all that, being dismantled. So they had to create a race of humans or hominoids. Now, when they created these hominoids, Enlil took control and he turned them and they became slaves. And he took control of them. And he was enslaving them so much that they were perishing. Nintasog or Ninti cried to Inky. And I want y'all to hear this story real carefully because it's about to blow your mind away. All y'all that's Judaic Christians, all that, it's about to be some fucked up shit. You be like, what the hell? Okay. So when Nintasog went to Inky and cried to her brother, like, yo, they destroying our babies and creations, da 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 da. Inky got pissed and started fighting his brother. Right? So when he fought his brother and lost, he fell from grace. And he got names that banished him from the bureau and all of that. Now, during that occurrence, what Inky did, he pricked his finger also during the time of the creation of these slaves or so-called slaves or beings that they created. Okay, cool. So when they created the beings, Inky pricked his finger also. I meant to say that to y'all. He pricked his finger and put his DNA into them people, into them beings as well. Okay? And Inky went by the name of Prince Ea, which is spelled E-A, with the word prince and E-A. He was a prince. He pricked his finger, put his DNA in his creation, which made his creation royalty. Remember now, he's connected to the water, which is Neptune also. Keep that in mind. My daughter keeps saying she know. Hold on. She got to say it so bad because I teach them this because they start to see the connection.
I knew before you started talking.
Now, here's the kicker. They have equivalents to certain beings that they have certain connections to certain beings that in our science, they are equivalent to them. Okay? Now, when you start thinking about the water and him being Neptune, you start thinking about a superhero, which is Aquaman. You just put the Triton right there. Right? Now, in Ifa Santeria, he also go by another name. Go ahead.
It's like Poseidon.
Poseidon is another name, but he also went by another name. No, it was Olokun. Olokun was also considered Aquaman because I showed a video of Dr. Umar Johnson broke all it down with the superheroes. How they all our deities and they whitewashed them. But all this is going back to our connection to nature, because they were also connected to nature. That's the point that I'm making to everybody. And our science taught us to go back into nature. And we have the divine connection to the spirits of nature. And once we channel that energy and get connected back to nature with these divine ancestral spirits that we were connected to, being one, I guarantee you All of us will be a fucking force to be fucked with. And they be scared as shit. But they are scared that we're going to wake up because all of you that watching are nothing more than sleeping giants, and they are scared of your mitochondrial slash kundalini energy. I'm telling y'all, what they did to Jamaica was a sign. Why you think that damn storm was waiting? No storm waits. That was created. That was war. That was fucking war on the people of the Caribbean. And you know why? You know why? Because the Caribbean have resources to worth billions, if not close to trillions of dollars on those lands. Gold, silver, and everything. They wage war on our family, which is us. All of us are family. They rage on war on us spiritually. But they are practicing your shit on you. And they're trying to put you to sleep with your own fucking science. Why you think they banned Obia? Wow. They doing this for a reason because they don't want us to wake up. They trying to keep you from waking up. They trying to stop everybody from getting their power back. They don't want nobody to get their power back. They want to take everything from all of us. They trying to find every way to cause us to start riots. They doing everything in their power to stop us from even doing anything that's going to deal with the cause of us finally to wake up. They don't want nobody to do anything. That's who the fuck they are. But yet they attack the Caribbean family. They know that the Caribbean is sitting on top of resources. They know all of that. This is nothing but warfare, spiritual warfare that's onto what the fuck is happening. They know what it is. And they keep on blindsiding us over and over again. And they send agents like that person who I showed you a video of earlier to stop you from waking up. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about the people as a whole. It's about waking up, realizing who the hell you are. You can't listen. The whole time everybody been scared of the 3 6s, then I don't realize that the 3 6s is your ass. The 3 6s, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons is all carbon. 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 This is carbon. They are buffering me bad as shit because they don't want y'all to know this shit. Anytime somebody put the real deal out there, they have the tendency of buffering people. They'll turn me off, mess up the YouTube channel. Soon as I start saying something profound or something that need to be heard, oh, we're going to shut them off. Oh, we're going to mess them up. Oh, we're going to buffer them. But I come on here to let y'all know what's up before I leave out. I love the vibe today. I love the vibe. So is that Trey Poe 23? I'm glad you said, y'all, I'm all right with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad everybody that was on here earlier. You know, I'm sorry what happened, but I want everybody to know that they doing this for a reason on this channel. Every time I get on here, they do this. So they've been putting war on the Caribbean because all the resources over there in the Caribbean, billions of dollars over there. Then at the same time, what they're not telling you how they've been keeping the fact that over here was actually Kemet. And they finally coming out saying that it's actually got daggone statues of the Egyptian deities over there in the Grand Canyon. Man, they listen, this whole thing was a fucking game for them, man, to play with us. When are we gonna realize that they got all these fucking agents that look like us? They sold their soul for fame and being YouTube famous and money. To be YouTube celebrities, a lot of them. I ain't saying all of them. You got the ones that's out there that's really out there for the love of the people. They don't want to talk about like the whole thing with. I mean, I'm gonna be real with y'all. The whole FBA bullshit. That's a psyop. All that shit is a psyop. Because they don't want to tell you that the Caribbean brothers and sisters also are indigenous here too. They'll try to separate, but if they really did the so-called history or historical studies, they'll realize that they were already over here too. Why do you think they made Jamaica, Puerto Rico, and all of them pretty much territories of the United States? Because they already knew. And I'm talking about the corporation. They knew it because of the Confederacy. Because after what happened 85,000 years ago, when the continental drift took place, and we're going through that same thing now with the volcanic eruptions and also all these different tsunamis and stuff that's happening worldwide that they're not talking about, the earthquakes that's happening worldwide they're not talking about, we're going through that again. But they don't want to talk about the Confederacy because those that were in the Caribbean were already over there. Don't y'all know that the so-called transatlantic slave trade they keep on talking about, if that did exist, that it was only 10%? But those that they took were also, like us, the descendants of the Atlanteans, the people of Mu, who were the first settlers in this country, who were the original people, who they keep on calling the Aboriginal. Don't y'all know that the Cherokee finally came out and said their so-called black people are indigenous? They went to the federal government and told them that. Don't you know them same people who saying they Cherokee and all that, they know they're not the real Cherokee, y'all. They know that. Why do you think the brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, during Carnival, the women wear what? They wear the feathers. And you got these people that's in the PSYOP, the FBA bullshit, don't even realize they're getting funded by so-called white supremacists. I said it. Y'all don't know the FBA organization is being funded by white supremacists. Yeah. I said that shit. And they gonna say, oh, we got receipts that we not. No, it's somebody that already exposed y'all. I forgot the brother name. And I'm gonna find that video. When I find that video, I think I sent it to Mother Shelly. When I find that video, I'm gonna show that to y'all on this goddamn channel. Enough with that shit, because now shit getting real hectic, because y'all need to understand all this psyop shit that's going on, because they don't want the real ones to wake up. Don't y'all know they know who the real chosen are? I've been telling y'all that too. They already know who the real chosen are because of your birth certificate. They have the world-renowned astronomers, astrologers, the world-renowned astronomers, astrologists, and that got daggone occultists that looked at your birth chart on your birth certificate, did your birth chart, and they know who the chosen really are. They know about the people in the Caribbean. They know the brothers and sisters over here. Don't brothers and sisters need to know if you're dating a brother or sister from exactly, they paying them off now. Don't brothers? I want brothers and sisters to know the brothers and sisters over in Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, St. Croix, Grenada, all of them, Barbados. This is your country too. That we are your brothers and sisters. The daggone FBA don't want you to know this shit. This is ancient shit that I'm telling you. They know this. Why do you think they talking about the Maroons and all that other shit? Think about the real Seminoles. Matter of fact, there's a goddamn going great chief of the Yamasee that's talking about this stuff, y'all. And the brother that's the chief of the Yamasee look just like this complexion. The Washita, the Yamasee, the real Creeks, they look like us. Don't listen. I played the video on one of the lives where a Caucasian man showed pictures of the indigenous people looking like us. And he also spoke on the daggone pyramids over here. They're called mounds. Then he mentioned how they have hieroglyphics in the Grand Canyon. But that sister earlier, there's incarnation in Nintasog, she got a lot of learning to do. A lot of learning to do. This is no disrespect to no sister, no woman. Honestly, this is why you have to find yourself a man that actually can also help teach you on the stuff that you might already know to bring you balance. Because when there's too much estrogen, that's too much chaos. You need balance with the chaos. That's why Tiamat herself is bringing the chaos, because she is the mother. The so-called black woman is chaos, but chaos can actually be balanced. When you have that person that can balance you and y'all equally yoked, that's when a woman really should be like, you know what? My mate, he helping me wake up. Because honestly, let's be real. A woman's first love is actually her father. It's supposed to be. In this realm. But I digress from that. Because there's nothing but love my way, sending nothing but divine love to that beloved sister. Because I realize that people still learning. I don't know everything. I don't expect y'all to know everything. But I do know this. We are under a war. And we've been we've been prisoners of war for a very long time. 400 plus years and more, counting to be exact. Because the people that are Albion been ruling for the past 6,000 years, it seems, since they came into existence. Because they found a way to manipulate. They found a way to manipulate and use psychology on our people. Because we had agents that taught them our science and how we move and how we think. That's what happened. We had agents like we have this day and time that tell them how we move, that guide them on how we do things, so they can go ahead and destiny swap us. And then there's a video that I found out that a sister said that these people made an agreement with an entity. They made an agreement with an entity to take pretty much destiny swap with us. That's the stuff I'm also hitting. We got a lot of work to do on this planet. But the first thing we have to focus on is ourselves first. You focus on making a better version of you every day. It's going to take time. And I know you're not going to save everybody. That's not our job. To plant the seed and keep it moving. You're nobody's teacher. You're just like yours truly. You're on a journey and you're coming across information. And you go ahead and keep on researching. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't attack the messenger. Learn what you can learn and move forward. But this channel of ours is going to evolve. It will evolve. It shall evolve. And it's going to turn into other channels. And next thing you know, we're going to have our own media where we can be ourselves. It's about time we be ourselves now. We need to know what the hell is going on in our communities and start finding out who the agents are in our communities. It's too many of them. You know, there are families that are ruling the real families that look like us too. That's true. And I know I'm buffering like a some gun, but that's okay. I'm gonna turn off our computer right now because we don't need that. We don't need that. Hopefully y'all tune in tomorrow because I'm doing another live tomorrow. Fuck that. I'm doing another live. Y'all going because this shit got me amped up. It got me amped up. And see, I turned that negative energy into this kind of energy. So I want that person that did that video about yours truly and others. I want to say thank you. Because you brought the fire back that you asked for. Exactly. So many agents. Exactly. Especially men. You got daggone right. Daggone right. And the thing about it, they know how to use the guys. You know what I'm saying? They know how to use the guys real good. Let me tell you. There's no such thing as being perfect. You're striving for perfection. You're striving to be the best perfect version of yourself. But keep in mind, they're attacking us for a reason. They know about the Kundalini. They know about the sacred geometry. And I'm going to tell y'all, the real secret geometry is that of the so-called black woman. The Stargate, which is the womb. They know the power of that womb. I done played videos when I was on the old channel I was featured on. I showed y'all the videos in the old channel I was featured on about the Albion woman that chose to be with a brother. And she said out her mouth, the reason why she chose to be with a brother, in order for her to survive, she need to get with a so-called black man. Now, with the Albion male, in order for him to survive, he has to get with a melanated woman to keep his genes stronger. It's survival. Listen, this is not no race thing, but I got to tell the truth because the truth hurts. They took your science as well and turned it into something evil to you, but they go behind the scenes and practice it. I done showed videos on our channel how they take our shit, do it, and then they give you the Bible. They give you the Bible, like, here you go. Meanwhile, they going behind the scenes. They're chanting to our ancestral spirits, our ancestors. They're chanting repeatedly over and over again, playing the drums, dancing, making the drawings, laughing at you. Meanwhile, we got the agents out here. Oh, that's witchcraft. That's evil. That's satanic. Oh, that Obi is evil. That Ephi is evil. Santeria, that's evil. Voodoo, that's evil. If voodoo is so evil, how the hell the Haitians beat the damn French with it? And I'm also having that Haitian blood too. So how you tell me how the fuck we won? How the fuck we won? Why do you think they're attacking in the damn Caribbean? Why do you think they attacked New Orleans with Katrina? Why do you think they did that? Let's not go there with in New York dealing with Central Park, which used to be a city, if I'm not mistaken, that had a lot of us there, and they put it underwater and they drowned the people there. Let's not forget about Rosewood. What else? What's the other place called? What was the other place what's the place they bombed again? Black Wall Street. But yet, here we are. We are the culture of the world. We got these FBA motherfuckers saying, yeah, them tethers over there from the Caribbean. Yo, that's your brother and sister over there, bro. Y'all from the same bloodline. Y'all from Moo. We got our coons like they got theirs. We the same family. We got coons on all angles. We gotta get rid of these goddamn coons. These coons are agents. Let's come together and get rid of these goddamn coons in our houses. And let's focus on us. You know, I want to share this from what the elder sister Shahzad Ali said. And I want brothers to listen to this. Do you know why these sisters be twerking? Do you know why these sisters be trying to get big butts and all that? They're trying to attract their men. They're not trying to attract Chad and Chep in them. You know what she also said? When they get with an Albion man, you know they don't brag about being with an Albion man, but as soon as they get with a brother, girl, my man, yada yada yada. Girl, my man, yada yada yada. But when they get with Chad and Chet and them, they keep that shit on hush. Because they don't want nobody to know that shit. But when they get with a brother, girl, I gotta go home. Look, I gotta go home to my man, yada yada yada. I gotta do this. That's why they do all that stuff. You know why they get their money up? They try and get a beautiful sister to settle down with and build a future. But when the brother like, damn, sisters don't want us no more, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get with one of them. But don't y'all know 87% of so-called melanated men are married to so-called black women? 87%. Something they don't want you to know. Don't you know a lot of brothers, a lot of sisters are starting to date people that are in the Caribbean? And they realize like, well, I'm going to go to a Caribbean woman, a Caribbean man. But they don't realize that they are part of the same bloodline in the same plant, the same country. A lot of them don't know that. Don't you know that I want to let y'all know the biggest problem in this city is so-called black love. The war has always been against the man, woman, and the child. That is your original trinity, y'all. The melanated man, woman, and child has always been the problem. Y'all fail to realize what J. Edgar Hoover and them did with COINTELPRO to stop the coming of a black messiah. They're scared that somebody from the Caribbean somebody from over here that is a part of that bloodline. Because over here in the beginning, don't y'all know we spoke Hebrew and Arabic? The original Arabic over here? Not that shit that they speak now. We spoke all these languages too. We spoke Sumerian, all that over here. The Levi priest that I was talking to y'all about earlier, that dealt with Leviathan, guess what that's connected to? Santeria, Ifa, Voodoo, Palomiombe, Obia. Don't y'all know that practice is connected to studying nature and being one with nature, the spirits of nature, becoming one with it, to also align your chakras up? You have 114 chakras in your body, and you have the main 7/9. They don't want you to know with the X chromosome. Where do you think they get the IE X-Men from? The mitochondrial DNA. Coming from what? The so-called black woman. The original woman. The Asiatic woman. Who's the mother of all civilization. Don't you know we used to be a matriarchal people, not patriarch? You know who made that whole patriarch shit? The invaders of Europe. Not the original Europeans, but the invaders of Europe. Because they wanted to sit on the same pedestal as our women. The game of chess. The whole game of chess is to seize the queen. When you seize the queen, what? Checkmate. But I don't use the word queen, I say empress, because the word queen means whore and other things. So when you take the empress, you win the game. You sisters, y'all the empresses. They take you out the equation and have you be on their side. They got it. They got the mitochondria in their children. They don't want you to know the power that you have. And brothers, you are the what? The spiritual warriors. You're not just the protectors, but the spiritual warriors. You help keep her in line and help her remember. We deal with logic. They deal with emotion. Energy and motion, which flows like water, which moves like water. It can be gentle, loving, and so it feels so good. But soon as you fuck up, hurricanes, typhoons, everything. That's why they say that she is chaos. And know it or not, you are the balancer to the chaos. That's why they always looking for a man that stands 10 toes down and that is masculine. That can also give them food for thought. Because a woman can multitask, she can do multiple things and still listen to you. And you can say, are you listening to me? I'm listening to you, babe. I'm listening to you, babe. I'm listening to you. She could be cooking, babe. I'm listening to you. She could be talking on the phone with her homegirl. Yeah, Nika. Yeah. And he still talking to you like, you hear me, babe? I'm hearing you. And then she's still talking to her homegirl. She get off the phone. Oh yeah, that was Nika and them. Blah blah blah. But babe, you were saying this and this and this and this. Oh yeah, we might forget. Like, what you talking about? Remember, I was on the phone with them and I was cooking and I said this and this and this. And you start trying to remember, like, oh shit, yeah. They don't forget. This planet was built around them. The Gregorian calendar that we go by, that 12-month shit, that deals with the moon cycle. How, you say? Every month there's a different moon. The moon is also dealing with her menstrual cycle, which is also connected to what? What is the water? What is the moon connected to? The water. The currency, how the way the water do, the tides of the water. Your body is 70 to 75% water. You also come out the womb of a woman when her water breaks, you were actually inside of water. This planet was based around her. She, know it or not, is an attribute of Tiamat, the primordial mother. You, the male, is the male version of Tiamat. I'm talking to my brothers and sisters melanated. God damn it! I have no disrespect to nobody that's not melanated, but y'all need to know this shit here. You need to know the damn facts and know the truth, because people like that person who videos I showed, they not talking about this shit. And I'm not knocking this person, but y'all need to know the truth. If you start asking questions about Tiamat and start asking questions about da 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 and the stuff I'm talking about, the Kundalini, how is it connected to the X chromosome, which is only found in the melanated woman. You start asking questions, I guarantee you them agents be like, what the fuck, huh? What's that? What's that? What's this? And they might say, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. But didn't even tell you or give you a breakdown of this shit. They don't tell you. Thanks to this one sister, I forgot her name. She said, and I quote, that semen is actually female. Yeah, you know that sperm that created us, that's actually female first. And it makes sense because in the beginning stages of a woman's pregnancy, that baby's actually female first. Don't believe me, look it up. That goes back to the mitochondria. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm telling y'all. This is some real shit. All this is connected to everything I said. Everything. You just listening? You just listening? Okay. Huh?
I was gonna ask you.
Go ahead. You want to ask what? You want to say something?
Yeah.
My daughter want to say something. Their mother's also Jamaican too, so hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to put. Go ahead and see what you guys say. I don't want you showing your face though. Come on.
Okay. I was gonna say that what is it? Is someone like if you're a male and like someone called you a witch, to be honest, if you say you're not a witch because it's correct, because a witch is another name for a male that practice good like magic and bad magic, like witchcraft, like good witchcraft, bad witchcraft, and the for a male witch, you call them a wizard because they
wizard or warlock, yeah. You right though, wizard, warlock. You right. Go ahead, finish.
Yeah. And also, if you're like Christian on the live and stuff, you should also ask yourself, if there's a Jesus, how did he create people? And you have to ask yourself, you have to look at yourself and think, a man can't create. The only person that can create is women. So, even though I said that on another live,
Yeah, you said it on another live. We'll talk about you. We'll give you another way of breaking that down.
Yes.
Okay. All right,
but
baby.
I'm hungry.
Huh?
I'm hungry.
All right, go ahead. Hey, go fix some sandwiches on me. All that stuff in there. I got you. Eat some cereal.
Yay.
Oh, yay.
Can I get some cinnamon toast crunch?
Please go ahead, child. Please go ahead.
Wait, I'm not done.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not done.
What? Come on, my love.
I forgot what I was
Yeah, you about to go ahead and eat the cereal, please. Please. Go ahead.
But
This is what I go through every day.
yeah, never mind.
Okay. but yeah. So, I mean, I'm teaching my children this so they'll know. You know what I'm saying? So they'll know, because I want them to know who they are. Let them know that they are an incarnation of the divine living in human flesh. Like, I want them to know that. They have that spark of the creator in them. And my daughter know about, she hear me talk about Tiamat all the time, the primordial great mother. She hear me talk about her having, she hear me talking about the sibyls of Mami Wata. You know what I'm saying? I want them to know who they are. No, I'm gonna have you make it this time because I'm on the live, baby. You go ahead and make it. You good? But, but that's what I want them to know, and the children need to know. Our children, they need to know that they're being attacked too.
Is one of your peoples on there?
No,
Oh.
not that I know of. Why? You want to show them the book? I already showed them that book a while ago.
I'm not showing them the book. I'm trying to see what they're connected to.
Oh, one day we'll do that. Another level, I'm gonna have you find X questions. Okay? I'm gonna have you and your brother start speaking more because I know you got a lot to say. I see it in your face. Okay, but yeah, I apologize, y'all. She has a lot to say. Now I got her started. Now she's trying to show the book.
I love this book because my favorite thing is crystals.
She wanted to show the book. That's the book that she loved reading. I had bought. I teach my children about crystals so they can know about that. We have to get back into putting them back into nature, being knowing who they are. We gotta teach them our story because when my daughter went to school when she was in 5th grade last year, she told her teacher about the information I'm sharing with y'all, especially when it comes down to the indigenous people and all of that. And he needed the information. I gave it right to him. So she started changing the whole curriculum of her school damn near on that year. Our children need to know who they are. Our people need to know who they are. We need to know who we are in general as a people, period. You know what I'm saying? They need to know. See, those that's on this path is not going to be easy on this path. It's not going to be easy on this journey. I hold this. It's not going to be easy on this journey, y'all. So we got to be ready for it because it's people like the person who video I showed. They're not on that level, and it's not their fault. They just don't want to learn it because they're blind. They're blinded by their own anger, their own hatred. When you try to wish death on people's children and bloodline, like I said earlier, that says a lot about your character. That shows a lot about your spirit, who you really are. Period. You never do that to nobody. And then you try to wish death on children. What kind of spirit are you? Low vibrational and frequency, that's what it is. All these agents, y'all need to be careful. I'm telling y'all, they out here, they feed. They feed off your emotions. They feed off of how you're gonna react. They also feed off your energy when you're real humble and cool. Because they need that source of energy. Shout out to my brother Pisces the King on that, cause man, you be sending me hella videos, bro. Man, I gotta get to that video too. But everybody that's been watching, I want y'all to know that we gotta get on this path. Get everything right with ourselves first. Do the shadow work. Nobody can change you but you. You're here to make the better version of you. All right? Nobody can stop you unless you let them stop you. Video earlier today about him, and now we're talking about real shit. This is the energy that was needed. How it was changed from negative to positive for a whole learning situation. Now we know what's out there and who's out there. When you wish death on people and their family and their bloodline, and you say F their ancestors, you have to keep in mind the ancestors are dealing with the etheric realm. Isn't that a lot of us come from there? Don't a lot of us come from that ancestral realm? And you say F you to somebody's ancestors. And then you turn around, you make an offering to an ancestor. I'm going to say this. When you say F to somebody's ancestor, right? I'm going to share this story with you. Matter of fact, no. I'm going to show you the video. I don't own the rights to this video for fair use, entertainment use, for entertainment purposes only.
If you do that, that's plenty. But we don't like being paid for this.
So I'm going to show y'all this video. Because my ancestor, one of my ancestors, one of the ones that sent me here, I really want y'all to hear this because I want y'all to hear this because the one that helped send me here was actually the mother of of that person's ancestral spirit that he give offerings to. Check it out. I'm just waiting for it to download because I really want y'all to really see this because now it's time to really show and prove. I'm waiting for it. Yeah. So I don't own the rights to this when I show this video, y'all. Please bear with me because I want y'all to hear the video, and then I'm gonna go ahead and probably end the live because this is probably one of the longest ones have done so far. Bear with me, y'all, because shout out to this beloved elder who video I'm about to play, and I want y'all to hear this carefully once I get this thing loaded up. All right, where we're gonna find YouTube, and I want y'all to hear this once I get this thing together. Hold up, wait. Okay. Up. We went right to YouTube Studios. That's what I'm talking about. But we're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna go right to YouTube because I want y'all to hear this. See, when you did spirituality, when you're dealing with spirituality and all of that, you gotta understand what you're doing. And you gotta know what you're talking about. I'm about to show you that this fool don't know what he talking about. I don't own the rights to this. This is for fair use, educational, entertainment purposes only. This video. Every video I showed on here, entertainment and educational purposes only. So peep this out. Listen to this video at the commercial if they show it.
Within the sacred orature of the Yoruba diaspora, we have an amazing story called Osheotura. Okay. And in Osheotura, what happens is all these deities come down from the heavenly realm onto the planet Earth, right? And the dominant ones, the ones who are doing the most are Obatala, the Lord of the King of the White Cloth, the Lord of the Clouds, the one who molds the child in the womb and sets the ethical standards. We have Ogun, who is the tool maker and the wild man in the woods. And we have Shango, who is the lord of the flame and political organization and the ego of the human being. Okay. And they come down with Oshun, who is the goddess of love and sweet water and sensuality and compassion and all of that. And in the folklore, when they start out trying to create the world, one of the male deities makes some comment to the effect that they really don't need Oshun. Okay. And she's very sensitive to insult, by the way. So Oshun decides, oh, well, you'll see. And she goes and she sits on the moon and spends time looking in the mirror and powdering her face. And while she does that, all the sweet water on the earth dries up. And they can't do nothing. They can't build no houses. They can't make no tools. They can't grow no food. They can't create nothing. Nothing is working because love has left the planet. Okay. And when they realize that nothing is working, they run back up to Olodumare, the one who owns the whole spectrum of the rainbow, the owner of the day. And they complain. What you sent us down here for if we can't accomplish nothing, right? And Olodumare says, somebody's missing crew that I sent down there. Where is Oshun? And the comment was made, well, who needs her? And that's when Olodumare summons Oshun from her resting place where she's just, kicking back, waiting for them to recognize what's happening. When she arrives, she explains that they insulted her. They were stupid enough to think they didn't need fresh water. They didn't need sensuality. They didn't need love. And so the Most High makes them apologize to her. Okay? And I love this part, in the Odu, it says she accepted their apology and she told them, don't let it happen again. Okay.
Yes.
And as a result of that, she had to decide whether she wanted to be bothered again. And so she turned herself on herself and gave birth to Elegbai. Now, I want to say very, very clearly that Oshe Otura is a very, very important story in my tradition. All of the stories we see when they hit the
I'm not gonna play all of it. Now I'm back. Now you heard us say that Oshun touched herself and gave birth to a Legba. Now, some of the Babalaos that I know, they also in Nigeria they call the Orishas your ancestors too. That's what they say. Now, to my brother Smur, if you're still watching, remember from his old channel, I told you who I was a child of in Santeria. I told you I was a child of Oshun, and she just now said Oshun gave birth to a Legba. And I want to message to you, sir. Didn't you just give a Legwa an offering, if not recently? So I really want you to think about that when you say F my ancestors. Because it goes back to who sent you here. I just want you to know that. I really hope you understand what you have done to yourself. Because you're dealing with cosmic forces now. And the one you gave an offering to, the one that brought me here, that claimed my head in Santeria, who's my mother, gave birth to him. I really need you to stop and think about what you say before you say stuff. I don't do witchcraft. I don't practice that. But I'm here to educate many that need to know this spiritual path and journey that we are all on. I'm here to learn too. I don't know everything. I'm not a priest yet. Understand that when you listen to people like that blindly, may you find your way out of that. Because that's a path that you don't want to go down with that individual or people like that individual. Please be safe out there. Because these people are not trying to really wake anybody up like that. That's like people like that individual. I'm telling y'all from what I know, and I'm speaking from my heart. Because none of y'all don't deserve that. None of y'all. Y'all deserve better. Y'all deserve happiness. Y'all deserve peace. Y'all deserve to live a life like no other. Y'all deserve that. That is what you deserve in your life. Through all the stuff that goes on in our community as a people, we have to start checking those that are literally causing commotion and chaos and misleading our people down the wrong path. Notice I said I'm not a priest yet, but I respect the ancestral spirits of our ancestors, of our people. And I'm not here to bash anybody. Help wake my people up because it's that time. Unity is the key. And once we wake up, everybody from all nations like this will start waking up and realizing what time it is. It's time to be the leaders that we once were and stop falling victim. I love all of y'all. Love, peace, light, darkness, supreme balance, which is the yin and the yang, which is the divine feminine and masculine to bring forth supreme balance. May the great mother and the ancestral spiritual creation, and may the archangels and angels and the ancestors themselves who through our veins, who's in our very vessel, protect you and yours and your family. I love all of y'all.